Hey everyone, this is Tappers here, and welcome to a project that I haven't played in quite some time. Okay, I do have the sound. I was wondering why the Capcom jingle wasn't playing, but yeah, in case you can't tell, this is Mega Man 4. And you can easily tell it by Mega Man's really weird expression on the left side of the screen, and of course, characters that will be soon known. Now you'll notice that compared to Mega Man Maker, that I don't have my face cam shown, mostly because I had to widescreen this and all the other stuff. But considering that I've done the other 3 games before this with no face cam, I figure I should do the rest of these without face cam as well. Hopefully there's not... it doesn't really matter. The story's kind of simple in a way. Town blows up. Mega City, I guess you could call it. And we're going into the origins of how Mega Man came to be. Though I kind of find it weird that it took until Game 4 for them to actually do that. But, hey, I can tell you one thing about Mega Man 4. It's got some pretty good music in certain areas and some weird blocked text. I'm not sure why they didn't... Yeah, I shouldn't ask questions about text because it's kind of weird. Also, the cinematic is actually pretty good for NES back then, especially in the 4th series. But yeah, the battle starts again, and with new Mega Buster, but we'll get into that once we start. But yeah, this is Mega Man 4, released in the US New Year's Day '92. We're only a couple months from having the 17th anniversary of this, and honestly I should have played this about months ago, but I don't know if I want to say I've been avoiding it or I just have been uncertain when it comes to this game, because of the original series, this is one of those I didn't mean to... Okay, yeah, let's just get to the menu, but I'm not really sure where I stand with Mega Man 4 as a whole, because it's one that I think I played it the least compared to most, although I haven't played 9 and 10 in a long time, so it's kind of hard to say. But 8 new Robot Masters, none of them created by Wily, but some guy named Cossack, who may or may not be this bearded guy with glasses on the right side of the screen. As far as who I'm going to start with, I'm not going to go with the easy way out and start with Toadman, but instead I am going to start with... I'm going to close my eyes and go with... God damn it, it's Bright Man. Well, that's okay. I may as well get one of the annoying stages out of the way. But, I think the last time I probably played this game is... Why did the thing not activate? That's kind of weird. Also, I just realized I'm not playing with, button mapping where, Oh, right, yeah, there's a pit. I kind of forgot because... you shoot the light bulb enemies, the screen goes dark. If you hit the other enemies, then... yeah, I really hate these stupid light bulb flyer things. I can't remember their name because their bullets are just kind of bizarrely activated, because it's like, how do you know when the dispersing shot's going to happen? And how do you know if it's not? As far as I know, a lot of people kind of don't like the stage, and I'm kind of also in that majority. I just really don't like some of the enemies involved, and as far as I'm feeling right now, the Mega Buster charge up, which is relatively good, it's not working the way it really should be. Okay, yeah, I have to do weapon swapping. Fortunately, I will say in a point in the favor of Mega Man 4 is that the weapon menu is actually a lot better because it doesn't look as convoluted where they made it 2 pages. So that's kind of one thing that I kind of have to review myself, is like, okay, what's good and what isn't good. Well, I mean, some of the stuff works just fine. Also, you got dropping platforms, so I don't know how much of a leeway you get, but... Oh, right. Is this where I don't think they... Yeah, this is kind of a stupid part to Brightman stage, is that, I'm sorry, oh yeah, Rush. This is a new creation, and for some really bizarre reason, you walk into Rush, I guess it activates his thing? But this is kind of a stupid setup as far as I'm concerned with the stage, is if you go down here and you don't have enough, you have to take a death. I will say that it's not a complete death trap compared to other crap in other Mega Man games, which I'm not going to get to right now. Also, those totem pole enemies are among some of the worst because for some really dumb reason, they have the ability to jump. Do not ask why. Well, they only jump when you get overhead. Also, those enemies sink like a brick. It's kind of amusing, if I'm being honest. But now, for one section of the level I really cannot stand. Okay, let's see. Is it gonna happen? No, it's not. Yet. Do not touch that enemy. Okay, this is the annoying part. You get these bullets that kind of can follow you, and depending on where they disperse, they can follow you all the way to the ends of the earth. Fortunately, you can kill that light bulb enemy, and it doesn't even harm you at all. Yeah, you guys are a bunch of jerks. Fortunately, I think that's the end of them. Unfortunately, we get probably one of the more controversial bosses. Brightman, and very, very slow charge up of the health meter. Now, Brightman is really stupidly programmed in that, what is it? That his AI reacts in that if he gets to certain increments of... he can freeze you in place, and he only does it in certain... I need to stop shooting, and I need to stop sliding into bullets. I don't remember... Oh yeah, the other bad thing is that if you're trying to do Buster only... Okay, Okay. I'm going to address the elephant in the room right now. The contact damage in this game is beyond horrid. And to say otherwise, I would almost have to go back and show... Who knows, maybe if I go back and edit this segment night that I'm doing... This is October 5th, by the way. We get the Flash Stopper, which is... Okay, one good thing I will say about Mega Man 4 here, easily, is that the weapons are, for the most part, better than a lot of the previous games. At least I think. It's just I haven't used a lot of them in a long time. And, okay, yeah, I'll go with stage select so I don't have to hear that terrible password music. The weapons are really good. Another good thing is that you get the option to stage select or continue in case you miss things. Spoiler, there are some revisits you may have to do for a couple of things. So, there's that. Next, I believe, yeah, Pharaoh Man. But there are some elements in this game that really bother the hell out of me, and I will almost have to show comparisons to previous games because it's kind of... Also, yeah, the Pharaoh Man music. Haven't really heard this in a while, at least ever since the Mag Mammal. Also, these scorpion enemies can bite me, so I'll kill that one. Those mosquitoes need to die. This guy needs to die, and so is that one. I could be using a weapon, but I'm not going to. You need to go away. And there is clearly a pit right here, so I will jump over it. Except isn't really a pit. That's sort of where you're supposed to progress, but I refuse to I refuse to attempt jumping over that because I usually mess it up, and I don't trust myself with slide jumping. At least considering how you've seen me play at times with Mega Man Maker. So there's that. What we just received is the balloon adapter. If you remember item 1, it's kind of like that, but it acts as a balloon, so there's kind of like weight to it, which is kind of neat, I would say. Also, these enemies just completely vanish the minute they touch a thing. It's really bizarre. Also, lots of slowdown. Did I mention they drop like rocks? Because they clearly do. Now for clearly not ripping off Feral Man, I can't even remember. Oh, Ancient Tomb, duh. Except it really isn't. Because Ancient Tomb is clearly the ripoff. Fortunately, there's some good momentum to where you don't actually have to worry about Mario physics where you just fall into the pit. Also, the original layout, so it's not actually longer of a stage, and we're actually kind of done. So, Feral Man is up, and he's a pretty cool robot master when you fight him legit. Also, the slowest energy fill-up station ever. Now, I'm not showing his weakness just yet, except now I will. Also, I never mentioned this before, but as far as boss themes go, this one, I liked it back then, but I don't really care for it nowadays because it's really repetitive, which you could say for a lot of themes. Come on. Oh, I should have gotten the balloon out. Oh well. Actually, I can't even switch back to it because it's not an actual weapon, because I have to actually fire off balloons. I think it's 3 at a time, but I don't really remember. But he's a pretty good boss, it's just you have to know to react to that first attack. Pharaoh Shot, which is... think of it like the Metal Blades, except really strong and can be pretty broken, but in that it uses ammo, but there's also an exploit. Either way, you can't actually fire in all 8 directions. You can only fire in, I think, 6? I forgot if you can do the downward diagonals, but it is at least sort of balanced in a way, kind of, in that there's ammo. So Feral Man's down, and I'm going to take a pause right here just to make sure that there's no audio desync. And when we come back, we are going to start that stage. If you've seen my past perfect runs from years ago, you will know which stage it is. So I'll see you for that.